I spent the last few weeks ruminating on the whole idea of becoming and what it means to become as a woman. And I've spent the last few weeks going down the rabbit hole of what it means to become. And today we're going to take that journey together as we delve into becoming and why it matters at this stage of your life. Delicious. Society loves to tell us that at a certain age, you should have it all figured out. By your 20s, you should have a degree. By your 30s, you should have a home. And by your 40s, you should have it all figured out. And there was a time in my life when I felt that way because society pressured me into believing, hey, if you have not arrived by the time that you hit 40, then you are a colossal failure. You don't have a ring? Nah, you're nobody. You don't have children? Oh my goodness, you're not worth it. And those types of pressure only creates anxiety in people. It only allows people to think that there is a linear path to living a fulfilling life. And nothing could be farther from the truth. Because there's so many ways that we all get fulfilled in life. We all get fulfilled through various passions, through various things that we get involved in. We feel fulfilled by doing things that, allowing and fulfilling our God-given purposes. And so it is quite disheartening when I read or I watch videos of persons denigrating women because they have not accomplished, according to their own standards, certain things in their life. But today, I want to share with you that just because you don't have it all figured out doesn't make you a failure. Just because you don't have it all figured out doesn't mean that there still isn't more to come, and sometimes even better is still yet to come. Now, the dictionary defines becoming as a process of coming into being. But honestly, that definition seems a bit unfulfilling because becoming isn't a state of being. Becoming is it's a process and it is a promise. It is a promise because it's a promise because it is a dynamic journey of growth and the transformation. And here's the beauty of becoming. It gives us what I like to call dissatisfied satisfaction. Sounds like an oxymoron, I know, but let me explain. Let me put it this way: it's the recognition that while we are enough as we are, there's still always room to grow. There is. And there's freedom in knowing that you're still becoming. It means that you can rewrite your story at any time, add new chapters, and surprise yourself with what's possible. I'm 44, soon to be 45, and still becoming. And honestly, I am enjoying the heck out of it. I love it. I love the fact that society says I should have arrived, but my whole life is telling me, hey, there's a lot of things that you did not do, but you still have a bit of time that you can enjoy the process of doing those things that you are going to be doing, that you are doing now, that you will continue to do. And the process is meant to be enjoyed. Remember, becoming is a process, and the promise is not static. So it shouldn't be that just because you're 44, then you should be old and frumpy and looking like you've had 10 children. No, it means that you're still growing, you're still learning, you are still developing as the person that you were created by God to be. When things fell apart and I did not have that dream life that I should have had when I was 35 or 36 or 37 or 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Oh my goodness. I am such a, I am such a, but no, 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 no. We don't use those things around here. We don't use those thoughts around here. Not at all. We don't. Because when I did think that way, I felt stuck. I felt like I was in a time warp where I wanted all of these things to happen to me and they were not happening. And that, my friend, is a dangerous, dangerous place for you to be in. Because becoming has taught me that every setback, every failure, every situation, every detour, every unanswered question is a part of the process. And sometimes it was part of God's process. Sometimes it was a part of God's process for me to learn a lesson that I did not learn because sometimes He has to keep teaching me certain lessons because I can be hard headed at times. I don't always do what He tells me to do or live as He tells me to live or behave as I ought to behave. And I know I should. And so I've had to relearn a few lessons. But all of that too is a part of becoming. And I'm happy that I've learned some lessons. Some I don't ever want to repeat them, but I'm glad that I learned some of these lessons. So, how do we embrace this season of becoming? How do we lean into growth and the transformation? How do we learn the lessons that ought to be learned, the lessons that are being taught to us? Here are a few steps that you can take to start today. Number one, reflect and reimagine. Take time to pause and reflect on your journey so far. Ask yourself, who am I today? Who do I want to be tomorrow? Number two, celebrate the process, not just the outcome. The process is where so many good things happen. I'm reminded of the caterpillar. The caterpillar has one job, only one job, and that is to do everything in its power to grow so it can mature into that beautiful butterfly that we know it as. That's his one job, but there's a process before she can become that butterfly. She has to be that caterpillar and remain that way for a while. And so there's a process that comes with blooming into that beautiful butterfly. And it could happen in your 20s, it could happen in your 30s, it could happen in your 40s, and it could happen in your 50s. It doesn't matter. But celebrate the process that you are going through. Because growth is not about perfection, it's about progress. So celebrate the small things that enables you to grow into who you are to become. Number three, learn something new. Becoming is all about curiosity. And curiosity is going to fuel that becoming. So it's like they're symbiotic. They feed off of each other. Yes? Take a class, start a new hobby, start going to the gym, learn how to paint, learn how to cook Asian meals because we don't do Asian meals typically around these parts. All right? Dive into a topic that excites you. Number four, let go of societal pressures. Don't let them bully you into being and doing based on their standards. Are you going to believe their report? You're going to believe God's report. God says, I knew you from before you were born. I knew everything about you. I knew where you would be at this particular point in life. So, why are you leaning into society? What society says you should be or should do? No. Lean into what God says you should be and what God says that you should do. Forget about the pressures and enjoy and live the life that God created you to live. Measuring yourself against somebody else's timeline. Don't do it. That person's journey is not yours. Yours certainly isn't theirs. Live according to how you are created to live. Number five, take small inspired actions. Every step you take leads you into becoming the woman you want to be. Take small steps, but start today. Don't say I'm going to wait until January 1st because then you are delaying the becoming process. Don't say I'm going to start when I turn 40 on my birthday. No, start now. You will not regret it. If this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share what does becoming mean to you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? Because sometimes you can taste the excitement in all that you do. What is it to you? What's one thing you're doing right now to embrace this process? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's also in their becoming process. See you on the next.